The most dangerous weapon in history isn't a sword. It isn't a spear. It's a whisper. In every seat of power there is a shadow, a person who creates nothing, leads nothing, but knows exactly how to make two giants destroy each other. This is the story of a lion, an ox, and the jackal who played them both. If you've ever felt a friendship sour for no reason, pay attention. This story is your warning. Wealth is like coal in the eye. Use it without replenishing it, and it disappears like smoke. An ancient merchant once traveled across the great mire. With him were 2 oxen, but the mud was deep. Shanzibeh, the strongest bull, stumbled. The merchant left a servant to care for him, but the servant was lazy. He abandoned the animal and lied to his master. "The ox is dead," he said. But Shanzibeh lived. He found a paradise of emerald grass, and he grew powerful. In his joy, he let out a thunderous bellow, a roar that shook the trees. He didn't know he was standing in the kingdom of a predator who had never heard a voice like his. Pengalaka, the Lion King, was the ultimate power. But he was a prisoner of his own mind. When the ox roared, the king froze. He stopped hunting. He retreated to his cave. It's a strange truth. The most powerful people are often the most insecure. Watching from the gates were 2 jackals, Kalilah, who was content with safety, and Dimnah, who was hungry for the throne. Dimnah saw the king's fear, and he saw his opportunity. Kalilah warned him. "Remember the ape," he said. "The ape who tried to do a carpenter's job and got his tail crushed in the wood." But Dimnah didn't care. "I am not a dog happy with a bone," he replied. "I will sit at the head of the table, or I will not eat at all." Dimnah entered the lion's court. He didn't beg for a job. He offered utility. "Even a small piece of wood can clean an ear," he told the king. "A lowly jackal can see what a king cannot." He told the story of the fox and the drum, how a fox was terrified of a thumping noise, only to find it was a hollow drum hitting a branch. "The roar you hear is just a noise, my king," Dimnah whispered. "Let me find the source." Dimnah found the ox. He didn't fight him. He brought him to the lion as a friend, and for a while it was a golden age. The lion and the ox became inseparable. The lion found a brother. But Dimnah was pushed to the shadows. And this is the moment where most people think the story is over, a happy ending. But this is where the manipulation turns lethal. When a predator loses his influence, he doesn't walk away. He burns the house down. Dimnah is now forgotten. He is the one who brought them together, and now he is the third wheel. "I have ruined myself," Dimnah tells Kalilah. "I brought a stranger into the house, and he has stolen my seat." Kalilah reminds him of the ascetic and the thief. A thief pretended to be a student just to get close to a holy man's fine robe. While the man slept, the thief vanished. "You let the thief in, Dimnah. Now you must live with it." But Dimnah isn't going to live with it. He decides the ox must die. To destroy a bond this strong, You cannot use a lie that is 100% false. You must use a lie that feels like a warning. He goes to the lion in private. He looks devastated. "My king," he says, "the ox has revealed his true colors. He says you are a brainless predator. He is preparing to gore you the moment you turn your back." The lion is conflicted. "But we took an oath." Dimnah sneers. "An oath to a traitor is a rope for your own neck. Look at him when he enters. If he looks at you with lowered horns and a restless tail, he is ready to kill." Now comes the master stroke. Dimnah goes to the ox. He looks even more terrified. "The lion has reverted to his base nature," Dimnah tells the ox. "He told his generals that your meat is tender. He's bored of friendship. He wants a feast." The ox is heartbroken. "But I have served him faithfully." Dimnah leans in close. "Listen to me. When you go to see him today, look for the signs. If he is sitting upright, staring at you without blinking, and stamping his paws, he is about to spring. You must fight, or you will die." Dimnah has given them both the tell. But the tell is just the natural physical reaction of two beings who are now terrified of each other. The ox enters the court. He is nervous, so he lowers his horns to protect his belly. The lion sees the horns. He remembers Dimnah's warning. "He's trying to gore me!" The lion stands up, muscles tense, eyes fixed on the ox's throat. The ox sees the stare. "He's going to leap!" The tragedy begins. The air is filled with the roar of a king who feels betrayed. The battle is long. The ox is powerful, leaving deep gashes in the lion's side. But the lion is a killer by birth. With a final crunch, the ox falls. Shanzibeh, the faithful friend, is dead. The lion stands over the body of his friend. The adrenaline fades. In the silence, regret begins to scream. "He was a good man," the lion whispers. "Was he truly a traitor?" Kalilah turns to Dimnah. "You have achieved your goal. The friend is dead. And you? You have inherited a kingdom of ashes. A king who kills his best advisor is a king who will soon be alone." History catches up to the jackal. The lion's other advisors investigate and find the double tongue. Dimnah is dragged before the court. A manipulator survives only while chaos hides him. The moment silence returns, truth looks for someone to blame. Dimnah is led to a dark cell. His knowledge could create a war, but it couldn't survive the peace. We like to think we are the lion, powerful, noble, in control. Or the ox, loyal, hard-working, and wronged. But the uncomfortable truth is that we are all, at times, the jackal. The tragedy of the lion and the ox wasn't a misunderstanding. It was a failure of the soul. The lion was so obsessed with his status that he became allergic to the truth. Dimnah didn't invent the lion's fear. He simply gave it a name. The manipulator doesn't create your insecurities. They just harvest them. The jackal's power doesn't live in his tongue. It lives in your need to be flattered, your fear of being replaced, and your refusal to look at your own shadow. Dimnah is still here. He's in the boardroom, the group chat, and the mirror. And as long as you fear losing what you have, the jackal will always have a seat at your table.